Hi, everyone. It is certainly good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with an urgent search this afternoon. Yesterday, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office started the search for 2 missing teens out of Spokane, and one of the girls was found this morning. So good news there. However, the other has not been found yet. So take a look at your screen if you have a moment. This is 14-year-old Charlotte Jurassic. She was last seen wearing a gray hoodie, plaid pajama pants, and tennis shoes. She was receiving treatment for addiction in Spokane, but walked away from the treatment center on Friday. So if you have seen her, contact the Sheriff's Office. The number is on your screen right now, 509-477-2240. And coming in overnight, 3 teens have been arrested for a stabbing near the Monroe Street Bridge last night. Police say the victim was taken to a hospital and is expected to be okay. They also say they are not searching for any more suspects at this time. However, this is certainly a developing story, and our team is making phone calls, and we'll bring you updates just as soon as we get them here to the KREM 2 newsroom. All right. All right, taking a look at, again, this is some video from last week in Coeur d'Alene where there was a shooting and a man died at, oh, do we have that video?
I heard what sounded like just a bunch of commotion and then super loud shots, like a gun or fireworks, and louder than I've ever heard before. And immediately I just turned back around and just ran towards my car and ducked in front of it because I didn't know what was going on at that point.
All right, person died at the scene. And again, we are working on this story, and we're having some video problems here. The investigation continues this afternoon into a shooting in the Coeur d'Alene parking lot last Friday. Coeur d'Alene police are reviewing surveillance video of the parking lot and interviewing people. That shooting happened Friday when 74-year-old James Dean allegedly shot 30-year-old Shane Brown. Police say Dean believed Brown was robbing his vehicle and confronted him by pulling out a handgun. Police say that's when Brown got into a car, drove towards Dean, and started shooting at him. Witnesses told KREM 2 about the moment that the shooting started, and we just heard from that person. We apologize for it being a little bit out of order there, but again, we continue to follow that story, and we'll bring you the latest coming up later today. All right, it is just a few minutes past noon right now on this somewhat sunny afternoon. Boy, it was crazy last night. Thomas Patrick is standing by, and we had everything. We had rain, sleet. It was ominous looking at one point, then sunny. Today's much more mild, Thomas.
Yeah, but especially out at the ballpark yesterday, Laura, because it was definitely everything. Now, bottle up those emotions and what you remember from yesterday's weather, because that's exactly what's on tap again today. Yes, we had all that sunshine in the morning, but one of these cumulus clouds just moved in front of the sun behind me, and we will start to see those scattered showers redevelop in the next couple hours. We can actually see some of that activity over far northeastern Washington, far north Idaho, almost just over the mountain ridges, as you see right there at the moment. But the cloud cover will eventually start precipitating in some very spotty scattered showers in the coming hours here. Storm system moving right along the Washington and Oregon border, providing just enough energy to use for these showers to develop in the afternoon. And basically, we are in for another exactly same afternoon from yesterday. We hit 50. We're on pace for that. Today, we're at 43 right now in Spokane, 45 out of Coeur d'Alene. So as we go hour by hour, there's your shower chances from about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon and through the rest of the daytime hours. Once we get past sunset, the rain chances go away, and we slip again into another cool evening. And coming up, I'm going to detail just how many more days of this unsettled weather pattern we have in store before a much warmer weekend ahead. That's coming up in a few minutes.
Thomas, thank you. Coming in new in the last 12 hours, the Coeur d'Alene School District Board of Trustees voted to accept a bathroom policy that reflects a new Idaho law, one that requires public school students to use restrooms aligning with the gender they were assigned to at birth. The new law takes effect coming up July 1st. Schools are expected to make, however, reasonable accommodations, such as single occupancy bathrooms for students unwilling to use a restroom designated for men and women only.
I mean, kids should not be subject to having boys come into their bathrooms or locker rooms. I've heard numerous testimonies of people suffering that kind of abuse, and it's totally wrong. We should protect our children.
The policy accepted at the meeting will likely be formally approved coming up in May. That's also when the board will allow for public comment. Also in education, the Post Falls School District will be moving to a 4-day school week. According to our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press, the pilot program will launch when kids go back to school this fall. About 80 schools in Idaho already use the 4-day week policy. Those schools report kids are getting in less trouble and missing school less as well. Parents will be surveyed spring of next year to see if they want to continue the program.